I ain't taking no bitch out to Ruth Chris for no $200-300 steaks and shit, and he gonna get no pussy on no head. Nigga, I can go straight to the hood and give a crackhead bitch a $10 piece of rock, and she'll suck my.
What? Welcome to the show with DeMarco and Kayla. Deep dive into life twists, see you later. We got questions, got thoughts, no hesitation. Why we like this now is your destination. Pop culture, trends to daily grind hustle. Breaking it down, talking truth, no muzzle. You feel lost, sometimes we gonna navigate. Letting you know it's never too late. Why are we like this now? Gonna figure it out with a pow, pow, pow. DeMarco and Kayla taking the bow. Join us on the journey, we'll show you how.
What's going on, y'all? It's Marco, aka DeMarco. This is Kayla. She wasn't paying attention, but that's okay. It's paying attention. There's a whole countdown. We don't know what's going on. This is Why We Like This Now podcast. We do whatever the fuck we want to around here. Kayla, I hate to admit, man, you know what? I always talk about the bullshit about, oh, women want to be right, and then I caught you wanting to be right. But you might be right. Fucking Indiana just lost again. Tyrese was hurt. They up 3-2 Oklahoma City. Do you think it's actually going to go 7, or do you think OKC going to shut it down in a couple of days? Well, I guess it's not a couple of days. When this comes out, it'll be Thursday, but you think they shut it out this next week, this next game?
I think there's a bigger chance of them going to 7.
You know what?
There's a huge, like, I'm 60% them going to 7 and 40% them not, you know? I'm like so close, but
you know how interesting these games are, even though some of them have been blowouts or something. It's crazy how, like, people complain about, oh, you don't want Indiana and you don't want OKC. Like, who the fuck are these people? But then people complain about, it's the same fucking teams every year.
yeah.
Which one do you want? Because we are entertained right now. Now, this is probably one of the best ones that I've seen in a while. Like, we're sitting there waiting for Tyrese. Tyrese got hurt today, too, but we're sitting there waiting for the comebacks and shit. Like, oh, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? You know what I mean? So, like, it's been real interesting, and I've really liked these finals this year. But
Me too, because it's not the same, like, and there's actually, like, a real competition. There's no blowout going on. It's really close. And even the games, like, they might be like almost 20 points like ahead in either game, but like then someone catches up and then wins. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I like that.
yeah. So I just really want the Pacers to win. I don't know why. Because you know why? Because fuck them. That's why. Dave Chappelle said it. You know what? I hate Oklahoma. I hate everything about it. There's nothing good in Oklahoma. A bunch of Okies, the fucking Sooners. There's nothing that I've ever liked. Kevin Durant, fucking Baker Mayfield, fucking anybody from fucking Oklahoma. Adrian Peterson.
Oh, wow. He went dark. Adrian Peterson.
Did they do anything like for Father's Day?
They went to their dad's house, hung out with him. Not really sure.
Well, that's good.
But yeah.
That's good. I mean, I said it yesterday. I think like a thing is that like sometimes people don't realize like it's a whole thing about how guys complain about not having like getting the good presents like the moms do and all that other shit. But at the same time, at the end of the day, as soon as the day comes, we don't really give a fuck. What I mean, as long as I get to see my kid, like, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? My kids, they give me the littlest things. They don't even have to do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? As long as you see the kids. Like, I just don't understand how somebody could be a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter who it is, just like, some people are, and it just happens. But like, I just can't see even one day out of the year saying like, hey, I have kids. But I guess people are different, so. There are deadbeats out there. But I ran. It was raining. It was raining like a motherfucker out here. And I was just like, you know what? I was gonna go to the treadmill and then put on a little bit of David Goggins. He called me a bitch, told me that I ain't shit. And I was like, you know what, David? You're right. So I just took off running in the rain. And then we went to some seafood place. It was kind of cool. It's a place that it's Asian. It's like it's Asian food, but it's like Louisiana infused too. So like
Oh wow.
we had like a seafood boil with like a fried rice and like I don't know. It was just all good though. It was all
Oh,
good. It was all good. But that was basically the weekend. I really haven't been going out. Oh, I'm not gonna say the name. I'm not gonna say the name. But tell me what you. I just want to know what you do. What do you do in these situations? So my daughter gets a Coke. We're sit down at a nice restaurant. Like I said, I'm not gonna say the name, but we sit down at a nice restaurant because like here there's a place in Dallas. There's a place in Deep Ellum, and that's the place where you go, like where people go to go out. Like at night, there's a lot of crime sometimes there at night, but like there's like clubs and bars, clubs and bars, clubs and bars, tattoo places. It's kind of like Sixth Street in Austin. Like it's the place to go whenever it's time. But in the day, they have like a little market, and they have like there's people out there still walking around and stuff. So it's kind of cool. So we try to go to the market, and it was hot as hell. And we go to a restaurant, we sit down, and we just start eating. And then my daughter gets a Dr. Pepper, and she's like, "This tastes funny," and I'm like, you know, she's a kid, so I'm just like, "Let me see it." I tasted the Dr. Pepper. I'm like, I said it tastes a little watered down. I think it's just probably the end of the Coke. You know, just drink it and they'll get another one. So no, Dad, it kind of tastes funny. Give me the damn Coke. I chugged it and I put it down. I said, "There, now you can ask for another one." She said, "Oh my God," and I was like, "What?" She said, "Look at the cup," and I looked, and it was like
oh yeah.
plastered all on the motherfucking glass. It's a
Girl.
dead fucking roach. A dead roach plastered on the fucking glass. Like, and I was like, the food had just got there. We had just got our food. It looked so good. I had some, I might give it away if I say what kind of food it was, but we had some food and I was just like, man, this looks so delicious. And my stomach dropped and I was like, and then my daughter starts laughing. And then I start laughing because that's what we do. She's just like us. Like we get hurt, something happens, our go-to fucking laugh. My daughter starts laughing, I start laughing. I'm like, hey, they're gonna come over here. Don't be laughing because if they laugh. So the waitress gets over there. She's like, "Do you need another Coke?" And my daughter points at it, and we kind of look at it. The waitress grabbed it. She's like, "I'll be right back." The waitress had only been working there for 2 weeks. She said, so like it wasn't her fault. She was one of the nicest waitresses that
Oh.
yeah. And so she goes, and then the manager comes and he sits down next to me. You could tell like he was a little scared, like, and I'm like, I'm not that type of guy. Like I understand
Yeah.
shit happens, but at the same time, it's just like he's just like, "Do you want a gift card?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Do you want me to wrap this up? I mean, we're not gonna charge y'all, but do you want me to wrap this? I don't want none of this food. There's not gonna be a next time." And he's just like, "Well, like, this is a spot where people come drink. If you want to come." He gave me all his information, and I'm just like, no. Then the lady manager came and she's like, "I promise you, it didn't come from the kitchen.
Kitchen.
You can go to the kitchen. The kitchen is perfect." She said it probably came from the ice machine. And I'm thinking to myself, so from the waters that I was drinking to everything, the fucking drinks that these people are having with the mixed drinks, they're having a good time over here. I wanted to flip that motherfucking table over, and I was just like, you know what? But I said, "Charge me $1." They were like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because I want to tip the waitress. I have no cash." So they charged me $1, and I gave her $10, and I fucking left. And I was just like, "Fuck!" Like, I don't know what to do in that situation. Is that how you handle it, or do you fucking just like tell everybody there's a motherfucking roach in this bitch?
No, that's never happened to me.
Like I've had hair, but roach. You know what? And it happened to me one time. It happened to me at a Golden Corral somewhere. Golden Corral, I expected at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
like
Golden Corral, whenever my daughter was real little, she grabbed one of those napkin things and there was a roach. And I haven't eaten Golden Corral since she was, my daughter's 12 now. Since she was 1 year old, I have never eaten at Golden Corral again. It made me realize what the fuck I was eating. But this was a nice place. I'm talking about one of the nicest places you could go to. And I'm just like,
Do you guys get roaches not because someone's dirty, but because it's hot? Because in Florida, I noticed, and also in California, in like not too much in California, but in Florida a lot because it's humid and everything. There's like roaches everywhere, and it doesn't matter if you're the cleanest person or the dirtiest person. Like
Well,
they're just everywhere.
you got to think about it too. It's down. It's like a downtown, like it's dirty downtown,
Mm.
regardless. So and then it did rain. It was gonna rain. It had been raining. It was hot that day. So it's kind of like I don't know. Like I don't want to make excuses for it, but at the same time, it's just like. And then it didn't hit me till the next day. I was running yesterday. I was like just fucking thinking about the fucking guts. I was guts in it. Ugh, the babies. I'm like. You know how a Spider-Man gets bit by a spider? Like, what if I turned into a roach man? Now I'm just a nuisance to everybody. Everybody hates me. I'm Roach Man. What would my powers be as Roach Man? What would my powers? Nothing.
I don't know, living even though the world is ending, because I think
Running
even if
around
the world
everywhere.
ends, the two things that are going to be alive is roaches and rats. Those are the two that are going to survive. So I guess living forever.
Running fast when the lights turn on.
That too.
just being a bother for no reason. People think I'm gross for no fucking reason. Like, ooh, here's Marco. Ooh.
He's dirty.
I can't save nothing.
Don't let him in. He's dirty. Oh my gosh.
But it's funny because that's what happens though. Like I've lived in places that that are like you said are really really nice, and like some of the neighbors they have a lot of food, and you could tell like roaches is. I mean that's what roaches want. Roaches is around the food and the water shit. It's funny how some people are like hate to admit they have a roach, and they call them water bugs. No, my daughter was talking to her mom, and she was like, "Are you sure it was a roach?" And my daughter was like, "Oh no!" My daughter said, "I don't even know if it was a roach, but it was brown and it had wings." And I'm like, "Well, what else was it? What else was it?" And then my daughter's so nice. My daughter's so nice. She's just sitting there, and "It's fine. It's fine. It's fine." And I kept looking at her like, "Stop saying it's fine."
Oh, one who just chugged the whole glass. That's why it's not fine.
It's like, we know it's not your fault. It's fine. It's fine. I'm like, you better. Because I swear to God, if you say that's fine and they bring me the fucking $70 check, because we ordered a lot. We ordered some good shit. Like, I was just like, man, we haven't eaten good in a long time. Let's get a meal. And we already downtown, might as well. And then I got in the fucking car and then my air conditioner wasn't working. And I was like, what is going on today? Had to drop the top in the heat. My car said 104 degrees on the motherfucker. And I had to drive because I live in North Dallas, so it's like shit's 45 minutes away from wherever I lived, and I'm like, we had to come. And then I don't even know what was going on because my air conditioner started working. We've been working fine since then. It was just that day. It was just one of those fucking days. But I don't know. I'm just like, I've been thinking about it ever since, and I'm like, should I have been more mad? Like it was one of those situations. Like you're like, should I have tried to get something out of this? But I'm not that type of guy. Like I said. That's why I don't even want to say the name because I'm not that type of guy to like try to ruin a reputation because of something. It's not like they intentionally, put the fucking
And you
roach
said
in
it
my
was a
fucking
nice
drink.
place, so it's not
Oh
like
yeah, I totally realized.
dirty or anything where
It's a yeah,
you could be like, "Hey, stay away from this place. It was dirty. I found a roach." You know what I mean, kind of thing.
yeah. Because that's how fucking bitches are, and I don't even mean bitch as a woman. I'm just saying bitches, like because men could be bitches too. Like that's how
Yeah.
bitches are. They just like they want to bitch about it, and you're just like it wasn't their fault. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it was like it's like a patio area. You know what I'm saying? They had like a little patio area and shit. And that's where we were at. So like, I mean, anything can come in from outside if it was the patio area too. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really think about that. So then I did handle it good then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like they tried to compensate you. So it's not like
He
they
did.
didn't try. It's not like they were like, "Oh, well, who cares?" You know what I mean? Like they weren't like they seemed embarrassed by the way that you described it. And,
Yeah.
and they try to compensate you like with food and then you didn't want that, or drinks and then you didn't want that. It's kind of like, so they actually tried to like make it up to you, even
Yeah.
though, you
Yeah.
know,
The manager lady was more worried about us thinking that the place was dirty. And
yeah.
the manager guy was just he was a guy about it. Like, just tell me what the fuck you want so you
Yeah.
can get over it already. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he even said, he was like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I go to restaurants and if my food is not the right temperature, I get mad. And I'm like, but I'm not like that, bro. And I ordered this fucking meal that it was still sizzling after all the whole time passed, and it was still sizzling. My food was still hot, and man, my food looked so good. I was so fucking hungry, and I was just looking at the food like, I can't believe I'm just gonna let all this go to waste, because they're just gonna throw this shit away. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me get out of here. So we left, and I was just like, this is the sign to go home. So we came home. We just watched movies all night. I haven't gone out. I really haven't done shit. Like, I don't know. Still haven't drank.
That's good.
I haven't drank. I haven't gone anywhere. But that's the way it really is in the summers, because summer times I'm really with my daughter. I'm trying to focus on things with my daughter, and
Like a beachy person in the summer where I'll go like because my kids are usually gone, so I'll go like to the beach by myself and just kind of like walk around and
ain't no fucking beach around here.
that's like an
But,
hour
yeah, but it
away.
wish I know, but still, if I had a beach an hour away, we would go. We have like this little beach, I guess, over here. Like, I live behind this trail, and my daughter's not an outdoorsy type of girl. She hates frogs, and she hates being dirty, and I'm just like, hey, no, let's go on a run. Let's come out here. You know what I'm saying? So
I kind of force my kids. My kids aren't really outdoorsy either, but I kind of force them. And then when I do, they're like happy and excited about it. They love it. And it's like the greatest thing, you know? Like
yeah,
I made them go hiking one day and they were like so annoyed with me. They were like, we do not want to do this. It was before the summertime. It was like in the springtime.
I remember. When
Kind of hot, yeah. And they were like, we are not about this. And like, they did not even want to touch their phone. They were so excited. They had so much fun. And it was a hard hike. I didn't realize how hard of a hike it was going to be for their first time, like really hiking, not like just trail walking. It was actually hiking, you know?
But I
So
think also the difference is that like so I have two girls, but my oldest is already 23. She'll be 24 next month. And then so my daughter, I mean, even though she has a sister, like, she's basically like an only child, you know what I mean? Because she doesn't have like somebody close to her age to have some fun like that. So like, I catch her, like, she's always complaining about the things, but it's the same thing. Once we still get to going, she'll forget about it. We're walking. She's focusing on like, oh, hey, look, this is kind of cool. Like right now, we were walking around, like I said, because there's this trail out here, and she ain't never really seen. I'm like, I didn't know she never seen like those little bugs that light up.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so like I was just in there, and she was like, oh, those are cool. Oh, is that a frog? We gotta go. And I'm like, it's just a frog. It's just a frog. It's just a fucking frog. And she don't.
I have so many frogs because there's a creek in the back of my house. So they're just like hopping around, and some of them are like really big, and some of them are like little tiny ones. And then my kids always want to like capture them and keep them, and I'm like, dude, you kill like 100 frogs a year. Like, stop, just let them go.
And what's funny is that like, cause like that's the same thing as that at our old house. It was a new build, so it was just like it was a field out there, and it was always wet. So same things. Like, so anytime like during the spring and summertime, like as soon as like I've turned on the sprinkler, once nighttime hits, here comes all the frogs.
Yeah, yeah,
She
nighttime.
never, yeah, she never was in the front yard. She always was like, I'm gonna stay inside. I'm gonna stay inside. But it's a real phobia, because my mom is like that too. My mom freezes up. My mom, like, they freeze up, and I'm like, it's just a fucking frog. Like, I understand not wanting to grab it or not want to hold it, but like they fucking freeze up and like really freak out, and I'm
Like amphibian phobia or something.
yeah, I'm just like, what do y'all think is gonna happen? What is it gonna do? What is it gonna do? Piss on you? Because that's what they do. Is all they do is piss. That's all they fucking do.
Hop around, really. Make a noise.
She could have never grown up. Whenever I grew up on a ranch, she would never.
No, my kids would not have lasted where I'm from because, like, it's very, like, we did everything outdoors. Like, we were never inside. My kids wouldn't have lasted because it's too hot for them all the time, or, you know, like, just like little things, you know?
Yeah, and she don't even know. Like, for my birthday, my sister they go to this like camping trip every year. Her and her friend. Well, this year, I guess her friend is gonna have like her sister, and they're having this big ass cabin, and they have one extra room, and then they have to pay for everything. And they're like, we need one more person, and my sister was like, well, my brother's turning 40 this year. So they're all counting on me to go, and I was like, just today, I told her yes. I was like, I want to say no because I'm that type too. I've been so unsocial and so I don't know. I'm just like in my own little world, and I was just like, nah. And then I was just like, I told her, I'm gonna tell you yes right now because if I think about it, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna think of every reason not to go. So we're gonna go on
Yeah.
a camping trip in a couple weeks, and we're gonna like float the river. Like you go out there and you just get a
Oh, I
raft and
love
you just like
that.
float the river and
Yeah,
they got
that's
all kinds of
so
shit.
fun.
Yeah, so
That'll be fun though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's gonna be other kids and shit there too, so she gonna have some fun. So
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my kids camping too, but I'm trying to figure out. I know some people here, so I'm gonna ask to see which like area is the best for like when you're starting out and you have kids that are scared of every type of bug known to man. Like when there's a spider, my daughter freaks out so bad, and I'm like, it's okay, it's really okay.
I mean, did we have a choice when we were kids? We didn't. We didn't have no fucking choices. We just fucking did it. We just
Hmm.
fucking did it. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man.
I know this weekend I had a few drinks. That was the first time I really drank, in a while. And that was interesting. I'm not going to talk about what happened because
I'm not gonna make you, but you can't say I'm not gonna talk about what's happened because now everybody wants to know what happened. But I guess you had an interesting weekend, but that's cool. That's cool
yeah.
because like, is it like did you go to a bar or where'd you go?
Yeah, I just went to the bar. Like there's a bar that I go to. It's like down the street from my house. It's not
Oh
very,
yeah,
very
you did say that.
far. It's like I think it's less than a mile away. And I just go there, just have a few drinks. Usually there's a DJ and all this stuff, but this time it wasn't because I guess they just had it on Friday and not on Saturday. Usually they only have it on Saturday, so I don't
What
know.
kind of music?
They just play like the DJ or the bar music.
DJ, because I'm pretty sure
Oh,
the
the
bar music is
DJ
like a
plays,
jukebox, right?
yeah. Well, the DJ plays anything, like from like old school stuff to like now. He just plays like a lot
Oh,
of
just like
different
okay.
stuff. Yeah, it's like he'll play rock and mix it with hip hop. He'll play from old school stuff, and then and he takes requests and all that stuff. He's really cool, actually. He's really nice.
Yeah, yeah. We had to try to stay busy, try to stay away, try to do some things. So like, yeah. But I guess we had some interesting weekends. So. All right, let's get into this first video here.
Okay, sounds good.
Have you ever run into someone that you were dating while they were on a date with someone else? I walked in, I noticed that someone that I was dating, we were not exclusive, but we were dating, was there on another date. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was a little bit uncomfortable for me. But what really bothered me the most was seeing who he was on a date with. Anyway, no shade to her, to each his own. A couple of days later, he reached out to me, I want to see you. And I pretty much told him, I said, I'm really not interested in moving forward, but it's been really nice getting to know you, and I wish you the very best. He asked me why, and I told him, I said, look, I ran into you the other day. You were on a date with someone. What are you talking about? And I told him the place and the time. And obviously, he couldn't deny that. And he made it a point to say, hey, we are not exclusive. I can date other people. And I said to him, of course, you can date other people. I never said you couldn't. We aren't exclusive. But also, took this person on a date at a place that you and I have been to, at a place that is in my neighborhood. And I got to see you on a date with this person. And I'll be honest with you, it's not someone I would expect to see you with. Now, granted, I was there on a date with someone else too, but perception is everything sometimes. We did stop talking eventually, not just for that reason. He couldn't understand that it wasn't about the fact that he was on a date with someone else. It was just more so that I saw it.
No, 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 no. She had valid points until she said, I was also on a date at the same place that you were mad about. I understand and I get it. I get the whole like, cause that's as human beings, that's how we are. Like sometimes we feel like we not own, but we're better. Like I said, like we think we're the catch. What makes us think that we're the catch? You know, and so you see them, and he could have been on the date with the prettiest woman alive, and it still would have been like, oh, you were with somebody. And those little letters I saw that said I introduced him to the restaurant. So because you introduced him to the restaurant, It was okay for you to go on a date, but not him.
Like he can never go there, or what? It's like a off limits unless he takes you. Like,
That's what I got out of it. Like, what the fuck? Like people are just so like, and I get it. That probably it turned you off because of that. But at the same time, it's just like, now you did the same shit. You did the same shit, and I guarantee you, he probably saw you.
and honestly, like I already disagreed as soon as she started saying we weren't exclusive, which was in the very beginning. Like I think it was like the second or third sentence. So she said, "Well, I saw him on a date, but we're not exclusive." Okay, you're not exclusive. When you're dating, you're not dating one person at a time. A lot of times you're dating many people, especially online dating, which is probably where she met him. I can't remember where she said she met him, but yeah, like you date like a lot of people because you're trying to figure out where you are, like as far as that whole
It's an
thing.
interview, like I said before. Like
Yeah.
it's an interview. When you're dating, you're interviewing people for the job of your boyfriend or your
Mhm.
girlfriend or whatever. So like that's what I'm saying. So like I get it. So I am trying to because I always look at both sides, and I get like if I went out in public and I seen somebody that I was talking to and they were out on a date, ego in me would have been like, shit, I already got it, so it's all good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about it. But is a part of me that I'm like, he probably gonna hit it. I don't want to talk to her after this. I don't care who it is. It could be somebody ugly, it could be somebody pretty. I don't want to do it. And I know that we're not exclusive, so like it's okay. But like the way she put it as like almost like they were dating, like, oh, I'm gonna tell you the truth, is because you were out on a date with somebody else. You were there too. You were there too. So what happened to the dude that you were dating there with? Or the reason why is it really because of that? But I get her point though. Like I said, I don't know. I don't. Maybe I
Honestly, I don't get her point at all. I disagree 100,000% because you're, like I said, you're dating a million people. You introduced him to a restaurant. It is what it is. He went, took someone else. Like he's dating other people. You're dating other people. You can't get pissed off. There was no exclusivity. Then that's it. You know, you
like
either say hi
like
or whatever, or just leave it alone. You know,
like
like
like leave it out. You know, you couldn't have got that conversation out of me. I wouldn't even have said it. Like, cause that's what I'm saying is that like she has the right to feel that way. She does. Like, she can feel that way because it's like, I sometimes like people's perception of somebody, cause like what I said before is like, do you like me for me or do you like me for who you think that I am? Do you know what I mean? And so like, in her mind, he was gonna be sitting around waiting for her to call or whatever, but you're on a date too. So it's like what did you expect him to do? And oh, because you introduced him to this restaurant, like it's off limits now? No, if you introduce me to a nice fucking spot, I'm coming back to this spot, and guess what? It's mine now. It's my spot too. So you might not want to come back here because I'm gonna bring other people in, motherfucker.
well, and not only that, if you're going to introduce someone to a restaurant and you don't want to see them there, you go to another restaurant with another date. You don't go to the same restaurant over and over again, hoping that they never bring anybody to that restaurant, especially if it's a nice one.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess it also depends on what the date was. How, like did you like in my mind? Like, yeah, she said they're not exclusive, but in my mind, like your mind was somewhere else. Like, you really thought there was a little bit more, but that you were on a date. I don't even believe she was on a date. I think she just said that to make herself feel better. Of like, oh well, I was on a date too. No, you probably got there, saw him, and was like, fuck, I gotta leave before he sees me. Do you know what I mean? Kind of deal. Like maybe you waited for him, thinking that he was waiting for you. And I get like
I would have been like this, like not to be
so
shown.
like if somebody you were talking to and you saw them on a date and you weren't exclusive, right? And I know you just said that, but like, would you still want to talk to him afterward? Like if you liked him?
I mean, it is what it is. I saw him on a date, so
Would you
now
bring
it's
up the date though? Would you bring up the date? Would you say, "Hey, so how was that little date you was? How was that little date you was over there with the restaurant that I introduced you to?"
okay. I would on it, but because that's just the spiciness in me. Like it's a competition to me, you know, at that
Yeah,
point. So it's like the catch and release, the chase type of thing, you know. Now. At this point, I'm trying to figure out, do I like him enough to keep it going, or and to like keep chasing, or trying to keep getting him to figure out about his date? Well, regardless, I probably would. I probably would still
See,
ask.
but you're gonna bring it up though.
I
Would
am.
you bring it? Okay, but would you bring it up immediately, or would you wait a little bit afterward to be like, "So, how was your little date?"
So like if we were talking on the phone or like in person, I'd just be like, hey, how's it going? Whatever, like the normal conversation. I'd be like, guess what? I saw you on a date
Guess where I ate? Guess what I had for?
Saturday at 12 p.m. No, I'd just be like, I saw you with a girl at the restaurant. Like, I know we're not exclusive, and I get that, but like, so like, how, like, in comparison to like us dating, like, what's, I'd be kind of trying to feel it out, like, trying to figure out, like, if he's more into her or me.
Right. And like I think we're living in a weird type of way now of where people can't handle rejection. Whenever
No,
you go on a date
no,
and
so
and
it's
and
so bad.
it's okay not to like somebody. It's
Uh
okay to be
huh.
like, but it seems like everybody wants to be like, "Oh, well, he did me wrong." No, he didn't do you wrong. You weren't exclusive. Y'all went on a date and then he decided you know what? I didn't like her. I want to talk to you now. But no, no. In your mind, it was a rejection. It's her spiciness because like it's a spicy thing. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like they can't handle the rejection of saying no. No, you didn't get the job. Sorry. Or
Yeah. So lately, when I have been dating in the past year, I have pretty much rejected everybody except for one person. We both kind of were just like, no, we're not feeling it. But other than that, like, I feel like I'm usually the one where I'm like, right away, I can tell, like, I'm not feeling it. And it's just, I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. But the other person is just like, oh, no, I like you. We're really cool. We're like gelling or whatever, getting along. But it's not that we weren't getting along. It's not that we didn't have fun. It's just I felt like there wasn't something there that made me want to keep going on with it. And I've
but
had
did you
people where
tell
I
him?
told them, yeah, and
Okay.
I always tell them, I never ghost anybody. I always tell them straight up, hey, like, I'm just not interested in you. Or like this last one, I said, I honestly, I'm just not into you like that. And I don't think I'm for you. And he's like, what? He's like, why? Like, he's like, we've barely known each other. And I was like, yeah, but I can just tell already, like, it's not something I'm not interested. And then you could tell he was getting upset, but he tried to like mask it and try to be nice. Other guys are like, okay, well, I don't want you anyways, da da da. And I'm like, dude, like, I've had some guys say some crazy shit to me, and I'm just like,
Because they
you
can't handle the rejection. They can't handle that they weren't the one, that they weren't the catch. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, but at least you tell them, because sometimes you don't. Honestly, I can say that sometimes, like, if the ghost is one way, then I guess the ghost goes both ways. Because I like recently, I had a time with somebody, and we had a good time, but it wasn't for me, and I guess it wasn't for her. Like she just stopped texting. I was just like, so I stopped texting. And recently, like, I mean, we're still friends on social media. So, like, you can always see if somebody's looking at your story and then I'm looking at their story or whatever. But,
yeah,
like, and then recently they reached out. They didn't say anything. They were just like, started talking to me about my daughter, or like, hey, yeah, like, reply to something that I had in my story. But it's like, okay, at least I know that they're cool. Like, and it's not like oh, they're mad because we didn't work out type of deal. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah.
so, but that's the thing, is that, and men, we can't. I'm gonna say we, because I mean, I can, but men can't handle rejection, like, but also women too, because that's what I'm saying. It's just like she was mad about it. Like, people can't handle rejection, and it's just like,
It's human nature, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, and
Like, I
I
don't
just
blame
don't
it.
understand it. I don't
It's what
understand it. Exactly, and I don't understand it at all. Like, it's just like easy to be like, you know what, we didn't work out. Let's move on to the next person. Like, why does that? But I think that's what built. I think people are just built around drama. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
People are built around drama, and they love drama.
Well, and social
And
media makes it way worse. to be honest with
Yes.
you, because they make it seem like, oh, you have to act this certain way if a guy cheats on you. You have to do this, you have to do that, or like it's funny, or it's this is how you should be acting as a woman. You should be jealous of everything your man does, or like if you don't have your man's passcode or something like that, like he's cheating, or it's just like all these like little like things that people believe are the way that you should live, and I don't know. I just am not like that. I will never
Yeah.
ask for a guy's passcode. I would never. I have never done that. I'm just not like that.
And you should, and that's
But
what
I
I'm
do
saying.
get
You shouldn't.
jealous. I will get jealous. Like if my man's like talking to a girl a certain way, I will get jealous. But like even on social media, they'll like show a girl being a bitch, like because a guy's holding a door for another girl. No, I won't do that because I have morals, not because I think he thinks she's hot or something like that. It's because I have morals, And I was grown
Right.
up. I grew up that you do those things for people,
Yeah.
not because they're hot or what, whatever.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And that's it's just like, and everything has to have a reaction. And it's just like, you know what?
Yeah.
You didn't get the job, and it's
Hmm.
okay. Now it's up to you if you still want to be their friend or you don't want to be their friend. It's kind of like, but then people use that as a drama too. Like you start talking to somebody, oh girl, I used to talk to him. No, you didn't. You had one date with him and he didn't like you. I used to talk to him. You shouldn't talk to him. Why not? He was compatible with this person and wasn't compatible with you. It's all about compatibility and communication, and that's what we lack.
Yeah, and there was only one time where I was kind of like sad, not sad, but I was kind of disappointed because me and a guy that was starting to date, like we met in person. And yeah, we had fun, but it was just awkward. And it wasn't comfortable and stuff. And both of us were feeling it. Both of us knew, like, hey, like, we're not going to do this again? But we tried at least. But
And
I
it
was
could
kind of
be
disappointed because we had been talking for too long before the date. And that is why I don't do
uh
this anymore
because
because
if you
we
do the
built
talking,
a
like
connection.
you build
Yeah,
something. Yes.
we built something that wasn't real because well I mean it was real but it wasn't real like it wasn't a real compatibility but it felt like a connection
Yeah,
because
because
of
once you
the way
stop
we
working,
spoke
and
to each
once
other.
once it don't work out, y'all stop talking, and it's kind of like because
Literally,
like
that's what happened.
you talking them that long, you've built a friendship. You
Mm-hmm.
built the friendship part of the relationship. You built the friendship. So once it doesn't work out and you're not talking anymore, you're like, damn, I lost a friend. Like
Yeah,
I used to run to this person to tell them this, and he would be the only one to know what I was talking about this subject. And now you don't have them no more because
yeah,
it just didn't work out. But it could be anything though. I mean, like I said, I've met a girl one time that like we hit it off. Everything I'm talking about romantically, you know, it was almost kind of like a love at first sight type of deal. Like
yeah,
immediately started making out. We just, vibing, music, everything. And then I went over, you know what I mean? And we just weren't sexually compatible. And like
that's hard.
after the first time, it was kind of just and it wasn't that I wasn't putting it down, and it wasn't that she didn't know what she was doing. It was kind of just like we just didn't vibe together. It was just like the puzzle piece didn't fucking go together, and it was kind of just like after we were done, we just kind of sat on the bed, kind of like, so what are you gonna do today? you know, you know what I mean? It's the fucking
Yeah,
worst, man.
that's happened to me too, where everything was going good, like the phone talk or whatever. We didn't like now I have kind of a rule where I don't really talk too long on the phone before I meet someone because I don't want to build that whole thing and then it just doesn't work out. So I usually give it like a week at the most where I have to meet the person. But but yeah, no, we were fine. We were fine in person. Went out to dinner. It was it was really fun. We were and then sexual compatibility was not there. He thought it was because he enjoyed himself,
But that's I'm
but
saying
I was not. It was not that.
I don't understand how men don't know, because men, you gotta know, like I said, like I can almost say that most of the time I can tell if a woman finished or not. Like I can almost tell when a woman fakes it. And I know, like, okay, I know she didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's what I do to get out of it. Let's fake it.
Because
Fake it
like
until you're
it's
bigger.
almost like you can feel it. You can feel like, dang, I like okay, like the
Like
screams really
vibration
there.
and
You can feel
yeah,
their body. You can feel it like
like the
and
quiver.
yeah,
I don't know.
no, it is.
That's,
Because
yeah,
it's
I mean,
exactly
it just
that.
sounds
It's
funny to
exactly like
say, but
that. No matter how they, because like men don't realize that like a woman's not gonna scream every time they finish. Like it's sometimes it's just like you said, it's like a little vibration, like a quiver, like a kind of like oh, you're like oh, okay,
because we can moan while you're doing it to us because it feels good. I mean, the penetration still feels good at that point, but it doesn't mean we came.
right. That's what I'm
You know what
saying.
I mean? So it still
Yeah,
feels good. So the moaning's still there, but like when we come, we don't necessarily do that, you know? So it's, I don't know. But
and
yeah, no,
but
most guys don't even know. They'll be
which
like,
makes
did
me
you
but
come
that's
yet?
what but me knowing that also makes me realize that like the compatibility is not there sometimes just because you're just like dang like I've even like I don't know I just thinking about it I'm like man I can't believe it didn't work you know what I'm saying like but because like as a man's ego because I was young then like I was just like dang like that was mine that was supposed to be mine and I look at her now and she some big wig somewhere. She's got a lot of money and shit. She living good. I'm like, God damn, that could have been me. I could have been a house husband right now.
That's
Right.
that way about anyone from my past. I'm just kind of like ready to like move on, just be happy. I'm just trying to look for that person that's like right for me. But I'm not really in a rush, even though
No,
sometimes
me
I feel
neither.
like I am. But like then, like sometimes I'm thinking like, why don't I just settle down with the first, like the next guy that's just like
I
got it
think
together.
that I think that you think that like you have it all together and you're just like, if it happens, it happens. But then there's a point in your mind where you get to thinking that your time is being like time is running out. And you're like, damn, time is running. Especially us getting older, we're just like, time is running out. Like it's,
Well, I'm
soon
gonna
I'm
be
not.
40 this year,
No, yeah,
and so are you. So it's like we're the same age, and we're at that point where we're settling down now. It's not like having kids, making a family anymore. Like that time has passed for me. Like it's not gonna happen. I'm not doing any more kid things or any of that stuff. I'm already like had surgery. I'm done with all that. It's more now. I'm just trying to like figure out who the person I'm gonna be with, and like who I'm gonna travel with and who wants to do things with me or just sit in the house and watch a movie or you know what I mean? Just like things like that. Like I want to be with someone like that. Like, I don't want to be home by myself every weekend doing nothing. And I also don't want to be going out. Like, I don't mind going out, like, to have a few drinks with someone, but going out by myself, like I don't mind because I'm a very extroverted person. Like, I get to know people, like, really quick. Like, I don't know. People are just drawn to me because I talk a lot or whatever. But it's
I
just
think
like,
I don't know if I've told you, but I found that person. I found the person already. I found the person that's gonna travel with me. I found the person that is gonna love me forever. I found them, and it's myself, and I'm always gonna be by myself. So.
oh, and that's actually it's a funny thing to say, but it's also really true because it took me like a long time to get there to like love being content on my own before trying to look for someone. Because in the beginning I was trying to look for someone and it just wasn't like I wasn't happy. Things weren't, you know me. When you met me, it wasn't things weren't together,
Yeah.
and like and since then like I had to try to be alone. I had to try to figure out my life, job situation, different things, and then when I finally figured it out, I'm like, okay, I'm content on my own, so that means I'm okay with being with someone, like I wanted to be happy alone first, that way I didn't bring anybody down or anything like that.
Yep, and that's the way.
The cookie crumble.
And then once you find yourself, that's when you find somebody, or you don't, and I'm okay with
And there's
that.
times where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be alone forever. I just fucking know it. I'm gonna be alone forever. I'm gonna be taking vacations with Marco, and that's it. Our
Sounds like a good
forever
time.
friendship.
Sounds like a good fucking time. All right, let's go to this next one.
It gets so difficult when you've been with somebody for so long and like all the little things remind you of them, right? I'm talking about hearing a song, watching a TV show, a smell, a restaurant, driving by a restaurant, and to have to continue to stay in contact when all you want to do is reach out to that person. It's the most difficult thing in the world. Like, bro, I'm about to say something that's like so small and so stupid, but to give you a perspective, anywhere that I've ever moved has always been like stray animals, and you just always be like, "Oh my god, I saw my cat today," you know, or whatever, yada yada yada. So the other day, bro, I come outside my house and I see a snail. Just never fucking seen a snail in person in my life. But my first reaction was to send a silly text, "Look what the fuck I like," you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't. And that snail now holds so much sentimental value to me. I look for him every morning. You understand? Because I don't know, it's stupid, but I feel like it means something. I don't fucking know, right? But you start to, and that's what contact is.
And drop your nuts, motherfucker. Stop giving that face. Stop giving that face. I know you watched that just now and you were like, oh.
It's not.
Oh my god.
It's not about the it's about the fact that like it's like we go through things like that when you leave someone, you break up, whatever. Like it's like you don't want to watch the same shows that you used to watch. You don't want to do the same things. You don't want to watch the same type of movies I used to watch because like it just reminds you of like
Yeah, because it's two ways. One
time.
way it can remind you of like the other good times, but it can remind you like, oh, I can't believe this bitch fucking. Oh, no, I could like, I just watched the show. Oh yeah, I used to watch that. Well, what's her name? God, I
That's why I
can't
said
believe she was a fucking hoe. That fucking bitch. I just fucking fuck that other man. Fuck her.
yeah, a lot of people don't think of it like that. But yeah, no, and it does. That's just how it works, like even with like dating someone for a short time, like it's still like that too. Like it's like I don't know.
But it is. I think the biggest point besides the whole reminding, because everything's gonna remind you of somebody. So that I get it. That I get. I the whole snail shit, like whatever. But anyways, like the whole like, I hate that. I hate the you find something and it's fucking hilarious, and that one person. There's you can send it to anybody, but the one person that because y'all connected with this one thing, and you're just like, I want to send it to her. But she's a fucking bitch, and I don't want to send it to her. Yeah. Because I never did it. I never did anything wrong, so I've always been perfect. So
okay, perfect man.
Everybody fucked me over.
Oh my god! Here we go. No, even when I'm friends with someone, it still happens to me where like we're kind of like you kind of break off, and you're not really like that close anymore, and then you're kind of like, okay, well, I would have sent this to him, but I'm not going to send it to anyone because it doesn't make any sense to.
But I tell you what,
sometimes
that one person that you haven't, but that's what I'm saying. That one person that you hadn't talked to in a minute, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna send this to them, and then all of a sudden, boom! It goes two ways. One, it's like I hope they respond, and then like, oh yeah, they've responded, and then they respond with something, platonic, and it's kind of like, oh, that's funny. That's like that one time. Oh yeah, that's cool. Then you move on. But then they'll come back. But the second one is that they're gonna be like, oh shit, she wants me again.
That's what happens every time. Let me tell you, even saying Happy Father's Day to some people, they were like, oh, she wants this dick. They were like, let me tell her something.
Yeah, you called him daddy. You called him daddy. You had to give him the Father's Day.
I didn't call them daddy. I said Happy Father's Day, and then they're like saying something.
Did you say Happy Father's Day, Daddy?
No.
No, I don't.
Dad, or you're gonna get daddy or something like that, some crazy shit. And I'm like, still not interested. Sorry, still not. I was just trying to be nice.
You can't be nice. You can't be nice. Now you know why men always say like you can't be nice. And I would tell my daughter, my oldest, all the time too. My oldest, like, she would talk about, somebody on Snapchat whenever she was, already a little older, whenever I finally let her have Snapchat and shit. And then she'd be like, uh, talking about a friend. And I'm like, that once you talk to these people, well, I don't see him like that. And he got mad because he asked me on a date after but we were just friends. And I'm like, 80% of 80 to 90% of guys talk to you because they don't know that they're going to be your friend.
Yeah. Even my
And
ex-boyfriend tells me sometimes, he's like, you're so naive. You're 100% naive. He's like, because so many guys are trying to get with you when they say these things to you. And I'm like, no, it's not like that. And he's like, no, you like are, he's like, how are you almost 40 years old? You're that naive. And I'm like, it's not that at all. I was
it
like, we're
is.
friends. But
It
when you
is.
think
But
about
then
it,
that one time,
it
as
is.
soon as they shoot their shot and you shoot them down, they're like, "Damn, we've been talking for this long." And that's why I was telling her. I said the best way, and this I posted this too, because the best way to answer somebody is to not answer them at all, and that's it. And that's why I said, like, I always tell men, if you shoot your shot and she tells you she has a man, keep shooting,
Yeah.
because if she really cared, she just would not have answered you. And that's it. Loyal people that they're not going to answer you. They're not going to answer you at all. And that's the best way to do it. If somebody's going to shoot their shot and you don't find them attractive, even if they were your friends, you just don't answer them back.
Yep.
Best thing to do is fucking mute it, move on.
That's what I do
And that's it.
sometimes.
Because if you block them, then they think that you cared. See, it's a game. I tell you, it's a fucking game. It's a fucking game. I hate playing the fucking game, but yeah, but that's what I'm
And
saying.
that's
So
the
you
guys do
don't.
that too. They block women that they're still like they still have something for. Because any guys I have dated in the past year, or tried to date or whatever, went on a few dates with, whatever, like they block me. And then they'll unblock me and ask me a question or talk to me about something, and then
Well, what
I'll
are they
tell
supposed to
them
do? Because
still not
I seen
interested,
this I
and
seen
then
this tweet I seen this tweet the other day. This girl's all, oh, it's crazy how like a man will shoot a shot and all of a sudden they block you. Well, what else are they supposed to do? What else are they supposed to do? They don't want to be your friend. They got plenty of friends. Let them block you. Who cares? They tried to be with you.
oh,
But you
I
wanted to
don't.
be their friend. You were just like, oh yeah, we just wanted to laugh, and I just wanted to be. No, no, no. Let that man go. And if he
Well,
tries to
yeah,
unblock you, you block
and
him.
I don't try to like be like that with anyone. I'm just like, oh, he blocked me. Okay, well, it is what it is. Like he doesn't want to see me because he felt like there was something there when there wasn't, and I get it. So it is what it is.
People are so fucking sensitive. It's so crazy.
It doesn't
Like
really do
like we
anything.
said before, people can't handle rejection. Like
No.
you reject them, and they can't fucking handle it. You know what I mean? And it's like, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, that was the whole point. I tried to shoot my shot. Now I don't want to see your fucking face no more because I don't. Oh, but I gotta go outside and go see that snail because that snail gave. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I think he had some kind of hope.
I know you saw it. I know you though. You're like,
Mhm.
oh.
Not like that.
Yes, you did.
Anyway,
Grow some fucking balls, bro. Grow some balls. She didn't want you.
no, that's true.
That's
Yeah.
it.
No, it is. It is true. Like if someone doesn't want you, just that's it. Leave it alone.
That's
It's
it.
over with.
That's
Like
it.
move on.
And yeah, we're gonna have, and I like I said, I have those things to where sometimes I want to text that person that one thing that I wanted to text them. I'm like, fuck, I can't text that to them. Oh well, you know what I mean? Like,
Usually just send it to you because you're my best friend and you pretty much know.
Yep.
But we don't even talk anymore like we used to because we have this podcast now, so it's kind of like different,
It's different. You've changed.
You've changed.
Who you changed? People change.
We're not changing. It's just because we have this whole thing going
I
on.
know.
So it kind of goes over the whole amount of time, And then I tell you my secrets behind closed doors. Ooh.
All right, let's go to this next one. Secrets.
Rope them in.
I'm not gonna leave
Boobies.
my man because he wants to have a little side piece. Like, men that have side pieces are much happier. So if he wants to have his little side piece, I'm gonna let him go ahead and have his little side piece. Like, it's fine. I don't mind. So often women want to ruin a good relationship with a good man because he got caught with a side piece. Like, honestly, like, that, it's so dumb. And then you end up going out and you find someone that's exactly like him or worse. I'm single. And if I got with a guy that, wanted a side piece, I would let him have a side piece because at the end of the day, it's my job as a woman to keep him happy. And if that's what makes him happy, then it's fine. You should just let your man.
I couldn't hear anything over them tits.
Yeah, but I've seen that one a few times, so I already knew what she was saying.
She was talking and I was, what?
I know. I got fucking tell. Like, okay, put those things away, girl. But on a real note,
She lost all her validation of her point when she said, "I'm single." Of course
yeah,
you are. Of course you are.
the exact same thing I was thinking in my head. Of course, you're fucking single.
I was ready to agree with her. I was ready to agree with her. I was ready to be like, hell yeah, this girl knows what she's talking about. Hell yeah.
No, she does not.
Yeah, she does.
That is fucking nuts. No, my man is not gonna see another girl like that. If he wants to see another girl like that, see you later. You can go see her, and I'll make someone who wants to be happy with just me. No, I'm woman enough. I'm spicy enough. I'm sexual enough. I'm talkative enough. I'm fun.
I mean,
I'm funny enough
but
on my own.
I think she's on the right path of saying it, just not saying what it really is. I mean, but all it is the whole like poly relationship tip. You know what I'm saying? Like that's having the two wives, the three wives, or whatever. Because it's like it's the same shit. Because like you say that you want that until that man brings home
That's
something that you can't wash off. You know what I mean? And so like it's like you might as well have. It's not an open relationship, but it's the whole poly thing. Like you pick the girl that you want, and I'm not saying that this is the right thing to do because I don't know if I could handle two women. I don't want to handle two women, honestly. Like I got enough fucking problems with one. Why the fuck would I want two?
Exactly.
But it's like,
that's another thing.
but at the same time, like if that's what's gonna make you happy, because people are all different. Like we were talking about the last time. Like for some reason, swingers are happy as fuck. I've never met a mad swinger. Swingers are always fucking happy. They are the most happy-go-lucky people in life, and when they're not even talking about it, but you know why they're happy. But it's because they understand the roles that they're taking. But at the same time, we're talking about real life and real. Because like I said last time, I think I could see my woman doing some things like that until it's an actual somebody that I love. Once I love you, nobody can have you.
That's what I'm
Do you
saying.
know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But like as her point is like if she can be okay with it, like I don't think it's the whole side piece thing. I think it's the whole hey let's go pick up another girl that like if I can't please you the way that I want to please you, but I want to be with you, let's have her around. No. Stop looking at me like that. I see you fuck.
And that was not even me trying to have a facial expression because I wasn't even looking at myself. I was literally looking at you on the screen.
That's what I see. I could see your eyes like, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I may not say what I'm thinking necessarily out loud, but my face always says it. I'm one of those people. I have an RBF, and not only that, like my expression is on my face, like is telling you exactly what I'm thinking.
Because I have the male RBF, I understand. But you're single too.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try it.
No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't try it. No.
It might could work in the future.
Like, no girl is gonna be submissive to my guy, whether I'm there or not there. Like it's it's that whole thing.
What if
Like,
she's submissive to both of y'all?
no, I don't want it. I already did all that stuff when I was younger. I don't want that anymore. And if I did it like maybe once or twice again, but
I mean, I
just
talk
a
all that
one
shit. I
thing.
talk all, yeah, I talk all that shit, and it sucks because I
But
hate talking all that shit, and then you think about your kids going through the same thing, and I'm like, you don't want your kids thinking that it's okay for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want your kids like if right now my oldest told me like, oh, you know, you know, my husband, he's with the other girl. What other girl? You better go fuck her. You better fuck him up. Let me go. I'm gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, my daughter would never. My daughter is just like me. She's
oh
super
yeah, my
spicy.
daughter.
No,
Yeah,
she's way
my
too
daughter
spicy.
would never let it happen. That's, but I'm just saying, like as a dad, I
Yeah,
feel
I get
like I want to talk this shit and I can't because I don't know why the Lord gave me girls. That's all He gave me.
if it was a friends with benefits, I'm for it. It's whatever. You
Oh
fooling
yeah,
around, you're messing around, you're having fun. But a man that I love, girl or guy, like I don't want anyone else in our relationship. It's ours. Like he's mine, I'm his. It is what it is. That's it. We don't need that, you know? Like we already had our fun times when we were younger. Now it's
what
time
are you
for us.
gonna do if he's not pleased in the bedroom area?
Like in the beginning, like when we first started dating,
No, like
or
let's say you've been together for 3 years.
and then all of a sudden he's not being pleased by me.
Hmm.
Well, that's why where communication comes in. Like what happened? What's wrong? What do you mean you're not pleased? Like, what
I
can
want
I
somebody
do?
else.
Then I'd be like, peace the fuck out. No guy will ever tell me I want somebody else. I've
Yeah,
never heard that.
I can read your mind right now. Like you're like, hey, if he's not pleased, then he's gay.
Like, get the fuck out, dude. I know I'm not vanilla. So let's just talk about that right now. I'm not vanilla.
I know. I need
So
some chocolate.
not like that. I mean, like, I'm a freaky girl. So, like, there's no way, unless it's the amount of times we're having sex or being sexual, like, there's no way he's not going to be pleased. Like, I get it if maybe we're busy or something and we stop paying attention to each other. Sometimes that happens in relationships where you kind of stop giving them attention or whatever. And then that we need to like pull that back, you know? But like, as far as like being actually pleased, no, that won't be a problem.
It won't be a problem at all. At all, at all. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, why have you been this way? Why am I like this? Why do I have these thoughts of thinking that that is normal?
That's because
That could be normal.
because they make it norm. They make it a norm. Like they have it on social media. They have shows about it, like Utah and
Yeah,
polygamous things
and I
and
guarantee you,
Mormons or whatever.
I
Not trying to
guarantee
get a church and
you,
state, but you're
I know. I guarantee you, I go to her page and she probably has an OnlyFans. And you know what they say?
they usually do.
OnlyFans, uh,
Oh,
what does it say? What is it? OF, suspected, opinion rejected. Yep. And I was right. She's got her little link in bio.
so that's
Oh
why
yeah.
she's
Oh
single.
yeah, her whole page. Her whole page. That's why I think that whenever she came off like that and she has them things all out and shit, it's like she wants men to say like it's okay and she wants the women to be like that. Like it's just they try to make it things normal, but it's not normal.
What she's doing is she's making she's creating a picture
Rage
of
bait.
what a man
Rage bait.
would, yeah, like rage bait, or a picture of what a man that's single might want, like more than
See,
one girl or something like that. And then he'll go click on her page, and then he'll find her OnlyFans, and then
right.
one thing
That's what I'm
after
saying. So yeah.
another.
So yeah. So for the men, oh yeah, I agree with this. They're gonna click on her page.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to the OnlyFans, and when the women see it, they're gonna be like, "You're a dumb bitch," and this is stupid. But they're gonna comment because, as I said before, No matter if it's a good comment or bad comment, they still get paid. We still get paid. I'm doing that's what we
Engagement.
do. It's
Mhm.
and engagement is engagement. So
Yeah.
that's what that is. So that's where we've come to in society, and
Yeah.
that's where we came to where we're at now on why we like this now. We're on week 19 of talking bullshit on Tupac's birthday. It's Tupac's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Week 19, still rolling, still talking the dumb stuff. About to go make me an OnlyFans.
Still entertaining.
It's gonna
You'd
make
be
me an
surprised
OnlyFans.
how many people ask me if I have one.
But it's funny because like people don't realize that like sometimes OnlyFans is not just. I mean, it is a lot of the naked stuff, but I mean, you can go on there and there's cooking tutorials and there's running tutorials and there's other
Yeah,
things.
people ask me
OnlyFans
if I have
isn't
a
just like
foot
that.
one,
Like
if I have one for my feet.
it's just a subscription, so you can like find some things. So like they made it all sexual and they made it all things, but we gotta start making some money like that. So
Let's put on a mask, a ski mask.
thug love,
Kidding. I'm really
Marco.
just kidding. Everybody, I'm kidding. You're like, I'm gonna look at her page and next week she's gonna have an OnlyFans. No, I promise you I'm not.
Marco, aka DeMarco, Kayla, why we like this now? Peace.
Bye.
Why are we like this now? Gonna figure it out with a pow, pow, pow. DeMarco and Kayla taking the bow. Join us on the journey, we'll show you how.